So we are starting in Hunza Valley. So we're in this hotel that's completely surrounded by mountains all around us, which is incredible. Like, amazing looking out the window. We're going to be exploring a lake this morning, and then an old fort, and then I don't know. This itinerary keeps changing a little bit as the days go on, depending on weather, on landslides, on vehicles, on traffic, on people. I don't know. It's an adventure. Shit, I almost forgot the camera. We are now walking around Hunza Valley. There's some cool markets here. There's some really good cafes, really cool, like, authentic attire that you can purchase, traditional rugs, and I don't see any other tourists around. It's just full of locals, although this is a very touristy area. I don't really see any tourists around. So we're gonna do a little bit of shopping. I'd actually like to try on a traditional outfit. Because they look damn cozy and they look breezy and you're sheltered from the sun, so I'm gonna try some on.
There.
Oh, I love it.
I look like... What do I look like?
You look like an army cadet or something like that.
Hot out.
Yeah.
I think I need this. The only thing is this is detachable.
Ooh.
Oh, interchangeable.
Change the feather color, right?
2 in 1.
I think the hat suits you.
Thank you. I'm going to take that as a compliment.
Ooh, look at that blue, just brings out the top.
Looks good.
It's actually pretty comfortable.
What's it made out of?
I couldn't even tell you. It kind of feels like velvet. Yeah, like velvet or something.
Do you know what that hat is called?
No, what is it called? But what's it called?
What's the hat called?
I don't know, but I don't know what it's called.
What do these hats represent? What are they called?
Well, this is traditional hat from Hunza. You can see it has a thin brim and it has seaming here. So you always have to keep the seam towards your back, because they say in old days, I heard this from elderly people, that if you even by mistake, if it comes in front, then you are going to fight with someone. So we are not going to fight with someone today. So when you wear it like slightly sideways, like this. This is normal way of wearing a Hunza cap. And if you are, sometimes when you are tired, you put it like, this is called Ahmad Shah Massoud style, you know, the slightly backwards. And if it is too much towards the back, then it means you are not in a good mood.
So you actually adjust it according to how you're
according
feeling.
to your feelings. And if you are attending a wedding or a festival, then you put the feathers in it. You know, you have seen those heron feathers, and that's how it works.
And what's the hat called?
It is called partsin. In different areas, it has different names. Like this one is slightly different. It has a bigger brim with some lines on it. This comes from Chitral, from the western parts of Gilgit-Baltistan, and also from Chitral.
I think it's very fascinating that just one hat can say so much. It's basically your like profile update, right? Like how your mood, how you feeling. Check my hat, okay? What do you guys think? Okay, so this is seam at the back. I can feel it.
Okay, good. And what is this?
Wow, look at this. Like a prince.
The Prince of Hunza has arrived.
I love it. Very unique. I am a fan of hats. I really like hats. I have a lot of variety of hats. This is very traditional to hear. I'm pretty happy with my hat selection. I like the color, I like the fit, and I like the local essence it has for here in Pakistan. And then when I wear it back home, you know, I'll remember this trip. And the market shopping continues. I feel either more like a local or more like a tourist. I am not sure. Maybe a bit of both. What is it?
Yeah, smell it. This is Hunza thyme. It's a alpine herb. It's called thyme. Locally, it's called tumuro.
Hunza thyme.
Hunza
So that rock is called Salajit and it's found in the mountains and it's supposed to be very good for energy. So people use a very tiny amount in drinks like milk in the morning or at night. So it's good for muscle pain, knee pain. It's good for overall energy in the body.
Right, so it's
Yeah.
probably full of a lot of minerals, is that it?
Probably. I'm not sure the makeup of it, but yeah. So that's, if you buy that, that's going to last you a whole lifetime.
Oh wow.
Because you only need a very tiny amount. So this is something that you would use and this would probably last you 2-3 years because you need very tiny amounts. If
Right.
you take too much of it, it's bad for your body.
It's pretty neat to see a lot of Persian influence, Iranian influence here, because half of, you know, my background is Iranian. My mom was born in Iran and came to Canada. So it's really neat because I've never been to Iran and this is as close as I've been to that culture. So Pakistan is kind of a blend of different cultures. A little bit of Alexander the Great, a little bit of Indian influence. There's even some Chinese influence, some Afghani influence, and then of course Iranian influence. So you can see a bit of Farsi, a little bit of Sanskrit, a little bit of English scattered all around the country.
Kitchen here mostly 3 kinds of artifacts: stone, wooden and metal. So most of the metal things we got from Kashmir and Kashgar.
Look at this, that is a primitive mouse trap. That's awesome. These are made of, are these stone or metal?
Metal.
These are all
This is
metal.
metal.
So these are all metal. And then the ones at the back are stone?
Yes.
And then those are grinders over there.
Grinders.
Amazing.
That's for making chapati. That's for karma ones for making buttermilk and pumpkins.
Yeah. And those are like pumpkins, like gourds back there, and hanging up here. That's how they would store milk and butter and water and wine. We're now exploring the royal fort. So less than 100 years ago, royals actually lived in this fort, and then it was turned into a touristy, you know, World Heritage site where you can come and visit, take the tour, and explore the views. And it's so rustic, it's so primitive, but also very intelligently designed. Even like all the pillars are just so beautifully designed and carved. You can tell that the altitude's hitting me. It's hard to do anything physical. There's a lot of earthquakes that happen in this region because of all the tectonic plates, all the mountains. They've actually designed this place to withstand earthquakes. So, You know, back home we take a piece of wood, we put it up next to a piece of wood, and then they're nailed together. Here, they're kind of put together in a little puzzle, a little zigzag shape, so that if there is like pulling and pushing from an earthquake, that they don't pull apart. They're kind of locked in together, which is very smart. There's also no nails. All the pieces of wood are held together through little notches and dowels. It's very impressive. So this palace, this fortress, was actually influenced by Chinese, Tibetan, and Arab. So you'll see like different decorations, you'll see different engravings that have different influences from different cultures. You'll even see Persian influence, and it's pretty fantastic to see all those cultures blended into one house, one castle, one fortress. Like if I was to design my own house, my own castle, it would have many different cultures influence into the different designs in the rooms. So, you know, 750 years ago when this place was built, it was built with culture in mind.
If anyone can read Farsi, any of my cousins out there, please let me know what this is saying.
Okay, we have left the fort. Now we've come to a cafe for some coffee and walnut cake. Walnut cake is supposed to be very popular here. So this is Hunza walnut cake. All right, I'm seeing it.
Oh wow. So good.
Hunza walnut cake. I have one walnut cake and a double espresso and iced coffee.
I put too much in my mouth. This is so good.
It's special, isn't it?
Really good. I have no words.
Are you glad that you're sharing, or do you wish you got your own now?
No, I'm glad I'm sharing. It's really good, but it's very sweet.
Just finished our coffees and walnut cake. Now we're headed to Lake Attabad. And I've seen pictures of this place online. Looks spectacular. So I cannot wait to get there. And I'll show you guys. You're gonna see in a sec. The only lake I've seen this blue is like Lake Louise in Canada, and that's the iconic blue lake that you see with the mountains, but this might be more beautiful.
Okay, so in 2010 there was an earthquake here and they evacuated most of the people living in this village. However, some people who stayed here died because of the melting of the glaciers up north, because of the earthquake and the avalanches that came. And all the village that was here is all buried underneath this lake. If you move forward, you can see some trees and shrubs growing from the bottom that you can see on top of the lake that were a part of the village once. So there is a whole civilization that is buried underneath this lake.
What, did people die?
I'm not
Or
sure
were they
how
evacuated
many. They were
in time?
evacuated, I think.
Okay.
I'm
No,
not sure.
there was a lot of people. There was the older families, the older people, they decided they wanted to stay. They said, we were born here, we will die here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so there's a whole group of older people who decided they were going to stay here. That was the village up there. So it's all, the landslide came, it all fell under. And the Karakoram highway is also 10 meters under there. And then, because there was no connectivity for China to go other, they then built these 17-kilometer long tunnels through the mountain. So what I found fascinating about this is that in the beauty of this lake, which everyone comes and enjoys,
there is a very sad, like, sorrow end to a lot of people who lived here.
yeah, this was a civilization. These are people who lived there. Their lives are gone. But with every cloud, there's a silver lining. And what Atta was telling us is that these people now have a very good livelihood because they run boats from one side to the other for tourists.
Right.
So it's interesting, you know.
Yeah. Allah provides.
Allah
Yeah,
provides.
Allah provides.
Yeah.
One man's disaster is other
Another
man's
treasure.
treasure. Yeah, that's exactly what has happened here.
Is this that like 7?
Because when you can see the difference in the color of
All
the
right, we
mountain.
have now made it to Hosting Bridge. It's a very dangerous bridge to cross because the wood slats are spread apart like a foot. There's more space in between than there is space to walk on, put it that way. And it's super windy. And the river below is glacier water, so if you do fall, it's gonna be freezing. And I don't see a lifeguard around.
Right, turn around.
So I'm now on the bridge, and you can see that there's more space in between the slats than there are slats. So it's pretty risky. Yeah, like your shoe is definitely wider than this slat of wood.
Yeah, it's not great.
I don't think you would actually fall through, but I mean, there is a chance you could fall through, definitely. That would suck. But I guess other people do this every day. This is just their normal route to get groceries, right?
How are we gonna do this?
Be a little traffic jam.
Hello?
Hello. We did it.
They're so cute.
Are you afraid of heights?
Yeah,
So how's
Yeah,
this
I am.
experience?
it's pretty scary, but it's alright. It's pretty cool. I like the name. I've always really idolized the Indiana Jones movies, so had to cross the Indiana Jones Bridge.
Oh!
That was not fake. That was very real.
Oh!
That was one crazy day. It was a lot of driving, a lot of awesome sights, mountains, lakes. Whoa, crazy. Like, Pakistan just doesn't stop surprising us. So tomorrow we have more adventures ahead, so tune in. And if you haven't watched the other videos, I recommend checking those out. They'll be in a playlist somewhere. But tune in tomorrow for more Pakistan adventures.